Okay. So I'm just sharing my screen, and today we are going to focus mainly on the Linux command, and that Linux definitely we are going to have a basic Linux commands. Okay. So hope you all are. Did you guys are getting my screen? Yes. No.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. So this is the basic stuff what we are going to follow. Okay, and under this today's mainly we are focusing, as I mentioned, as this part. Okay, so basic idea, again I'm going to just recap with this, is if somebody will ask us about cloud as a just a fresher or as a beginner. Simple, if somebody will ask us what is cloud, why cloud, what benefit is with this. Okay, so these very basic questions we are going to just encountered, and before ending the session, though you guys have little idea for sure, but before ending today's session, it is going to be crystal clear. Whenever we are talking about the cloud, it may be any cloud, the picture will be crystal clear that what is cloud, why cloud, and how we are going to use cloud for different project, different you can say IT product. Okay, so one we will be using, and that is based on whatever knowledge we are going to have on base of database. So cloud server, cloud system will be used for different area, but we will be focusing on database part. And before going to database, definitely we have to have the basic concepts of the Linux server, basic commands of Linux. Now, the first question is, though you guys have little idea, somebody will ask us, what is cloud? So how we are going to encounter this, or how we are going to answer this question? Question is open to both of you. Just whatever is there in your mind, just share, because here
So
we are
cloud,
working as a just fresher. We don't know anything, but still we are trying to understand. So whatever base idea we have, we can share. Okay.
so cloud is an online data storage.
Okay. Cloud is a online data storage. Okay. Uma, anything you want to add, or you want to have different statement, or you are agree with Diptan?
Sir, cloud is a space where data is stored.
Okay.
And
Okay. Got it. Now the same answer if somebody will ask me the question. Okay, so it's not that whatever you guys are replying it's totally wrong or totally correct. No, we have to have the visualization. So few of you are saying it's a database, few of you are saying something. So ultimately in the bottom line, as a just novice person, cloud is simply you can treat is a infrastructure. If you are having some confusion in the infrastructure, simply you can treat as a layman as a rented machine. That's it. Rented machine means I'm talking about little standard term if I'll use, it's a rented server. Or the same statement or same word I'm using, it's a high configuration machine. Are you getting me? So it's a high configuration machine, I said. It's a high configuration server, I said rented machine. So that means what? Rented machine, rented server means there is a
Okay.
big infrastructure built by different companies, and they are sharing that big infrastructure in bit and pieces as per the requirement by individual or by small companies or for big MNCs. If you want, if you have credit card right now, in next half an hour, 45 minutes, you will able to configure high component server. High component means RAM high capacity, disk huge size, maybe terabyte, maybe petabyte. So storage, RAM, CPU, even the network bandwidth, network connectivity, everything you are going to get on rent. And you can start doing your application testing or database testing or whatever we are doing on a system, on a server, or in a single little low configuration machine. So what is the conclusion? It's a rented resource we are getting. Resource is coming, maybe CPU, maybe disk, maybe RAM, maybe your network bandwidth, and all those kind of things. Earlier, for any company, it was a dream to have high configuration machine with such a means less time with less cost. Even you want, maybe in 1 hour you are going to have all these things. See the power of this and how it is possible. What we are saying this, that is all about this cloud infrastructure. So this high servers, high component stuff is available, given by different companies like AWS, Amazon Web Service by Amazon, Oracle Cloud by Oracle Corporation, that we used to say OCI, Google Cloud, IBM Cloud, Alibaba. So just like in very normal example, we have laptop, right? The purpose of laptop is same. Either it is from Apple, it is from HP, Dell, Lenovo, whatever. Same thing here. The purpose of the cloud infra is same for all these. But yes, just like some laptop have some great feature, more security, little bit less or more some product or related some service, inbuilt service. The same thing here we are having in different cloud. Some is famous for something. Oracle is famous for database related. It's not that only database will be used under this. Okay, so long story short, it's a rented server. That's it. Is it making sense? So it's
Yes,
not
sir.
only storage. Okay, just let me clarify whatever idea you guys had maybe 10 minutes back. You can add those things. What add? Not only storage. Storage plus CPU plus memory means RAM plus the connectivity speed. You can have super duper means highest configuration machines available in the world that you can have. And the beauty is whenever you are using, then only it is getting billed. Means billing will be there for maybe 10-hour high configuration or high stuff you want, or for 2 months only you want, means maybe i7 related, or means whatever the maximum resource or maximum capacity resource for 2 months only. Use for 2 months. After that, you can just decommission or you can lower the configuration. Advantage: first 2 months high billing will be there. After 2 months, very low billing will be there. It totally depends what configuration of resource you are using for your project. Make sense? Now,
Yes.
how we are using that cloud service for our this session? We have built one server. On top of that server, we have in the background, we have installed Oracle database. And what operating system we have created? We have created operating system. It's a Oracle Linux. So Google Cloud, we are using Google Cloud. So Google have given us the RAM, the storage, the connectivity, all those things. On top of that, we have installed Linux, Oracle Linux. On top of that, we have installed Oracle database. That we have done in the background. And these are the things basically used by any professional. If you will join any company, you are going to have that assignment, that task. So that is in the background. But though we are just learning as a fresher, we don't have much idea about the background, how these things are happening. So before going to those part, we have to know what is Linux, what is the basic command. If we don't know how we are going to use that operating system, forget about you can create, but what purpose? Why you have created? You have laptop, but you don't know what is the use of it. So what is the fun having laptop with us? We have to know the feature. We have to learn the purpose, why we are going to use that laptop, maybe for some business purpose, maybe for coding, maybe designing some sort of design stuff, creating website, why, what. So before using any one of it, you have to know the basic. And what we discussed yesterday, the common thing, two things we have to learn. And one of the main thing is Linux or any Unix command. It may be HPUX, it may be AIX, it may be different flavor of Linux. We will be practicing on Oracle Linux. The question is, sir, how we will come to know it's an Oracle Linux, or whether it is Linux or HPUX or AIX or Sun OS? Because prompt, if you will see, hardly there is a difference between all the interfaces, what I named 4, 5. We need to know how to identify whether it is a Linux or AIX or Sun OS or which operating system. Just like in Windows, we will able to say, okay, which version of Windows is. But what about these? It's very easy command. It's not very tough. But nobody have taught us, or we didn't get exposure on this. But we have to, if we want to build our career in core IT, we have to know it. And now I'm going to share that part. So today, basically, we will be focusing on the how we are going to use Oracle Linux and what are the bare minimum command. As I mentioned yesterday, 50% of the basic command which is being used by any professional, maybe fresher, maybe experienced. Okay, we will try to just catch up those parts. Sir, it is very easy or very tough? It's to start with, it is little confusion, but same thing you will do more than 1 or 2 times, it is going to be very easy. Anything to start with, it is going to be very tough. Anything, even ABC is very tough for small kids. We all know it. But when time comes to learn all these things, we used to just get afraid and ran away. No, it's very tough. It's not tough. Anything new is tough. And you'll come to know in next 2-3 days, you'll come to know it's not that tough. Okay. So we all know we have done the configuration. So hope whoever is there, all 3 or 4 of us have already done with the configuration, how to connect to that particular Linux server. We have discussed something about PuTTY, P-U-T-T-Y. So here I'm going to, last session we have discussed how to configure the basic connectivity related stuff through PuTTY so that we will able to connect to the Linux server. Now we have already done it, because as I mentioned, we are going to have 100, maybe thousands of server. And we all know thousands of servers, it's not possible to remember each and every server IP or server name. So definitely we are going to get one portal. Through that, we are going to access all the detail, server detail, or simple, you are going to have simple Excel where all 3-4 information will be mentioned, what I discussed yesterday. That 3-4 information is IP address or server name will be there. Then PPK file will be there if you are using cloud. So that configuration you have to do only one time, first time. Which user you are going to log into the server, very vital, very important. You have to have it. So that username will be there. What we are using here, in our case, it's Oracle user. Sir, it is going to be always Oracle? No, it's totally depend on your organization. Maybe you're using Oracle, but okay, you may use Oracle user depending on the company's policy, which username they have given, or for what purpose you are using. As a developer, might be different name will be there. If you are working as a database administrator for Oracle, definitely by default Oracle user will be there, but it is not mandatory always Oracle will be there. No, it can be anything, depend on the company's standard. So simple, long story short, what I mean to say here, you are going to get the list of a user along with the password. And though you are working in the project, suppose for last 6 months, all the entry will be there in the PuTTY like this. See, there are handful of entries already there. And if you remember yesterday or the last session, I have used this session 12. Though I have done the configuration very first time, no need to do second or third time. Then what to do? Simple click. You should know the name. That at least you have to know. Simply you have to click on that, either open or you can double click it.
Sir, you make a demo class 12, sir.
I hope you're getting my question, what I'm asking. I have asked to just check whether you guys are able to log in or not. If not, I'll just, it might happen the server is not started from background. So I'll, all are there? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just try login. And, so session 12 was there, or what session, which session was there? Anyone can confirm? Session 12 or something else was there? I am
The demo class 12. Demo
okay.
class 12, sir.
Session 12. Okay, do one thing. You guys just try login, whether you are able to log in or not. First confirm that one.
I can log in, but it's showing different server 104.197, something like that.
Okay. So what server? Let me, otherwise I'll just reset. This is the server. Last is 252. Or some other server.
No,
Sir,
sir. It's, last is 113.
113. Okay,
Yes.
let me, I think
113, sir. Demo class 12, sir. Hello.
No, see demo class 12. That is whatever name you will give, that will come. I gave
Yes,
different
sir.
name. Okay. So I need just can anyone ping me the IP? But I remember I gave this one, but I might be wrong. Let me. I'm just
Sir, IP is 35
yeah 35
dot 223
35.223
dot 232
232
dot 113.
113. Okay, let me just session 13. I'm giving name, save it. Then what we have to go? We have to go to that auth. Then we have to just that file. Then we have to go to session and save it. That's what I did. And let me open. You all are able to connect, right?
Yeah.
Everyone?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Network error, sir.
Okay, network error. So must be. Give me 1 minute. Okay, I'm just stopping. Just give me 1 minute, and I'll just. Okay, IP got changed. Okay, so I have requested sir to just send us. So wait for a minute. You will be getting IP in our chat. Okay, the same WhatsApp one. So we can just get that and we can try. So in the meanwhile, we are getting those the new IP. What I can just share the same thing. Whatever we are going to do in our cloud server, we can do it in our own laptop or desktop also. And internally, work-wise, there is not a single percent difference. Only one difference: one, the server, what I'm going to use right now is in my local machine. And after maybe 10-15 minutes, whatever we are going to use, we will be using on cloud. But after login to the server, there is no difference. And here also what I'm going to show you all, that is only Oracle Linux, the same thing. So no difference as such you are going to get after receiving that IP address. And so this is going to be another new type of interface, and what you are going to see just right now. Okay, so I'm just sharing, and how it looks like. I'm just showing. It looks like this way. Maybe later on you will come to know this also. So the alternate way is there. So in cloud, the things is going to be a little easier. Okay, because everything is already done. We have to just connect and use it. For you guys, this is also this you will not have right now, at least, because this is there in my own local machine. And how it looks like whenever we will start, the same thing you are. This is actual when server starts, Linux server, it looks like this. Because whenever we are working in real life and the server rebooted, you will be getting this feeling, what you are having in front of you right now. So it's saying what Oracle Linux server version is 6.4 and like that. Okay, so it will take a minute to just input, and we will be getting the same interface, same exact same. You will not find any as such difference. Okay. Here also we have learned top command, so the same thing you all will able to get. And user also, we are using Oracle itself, same standard we are following to avoid confusion. See here, Oracle is there. I've chosen Oracle. Password is also Oracle. Okay, this is the standard whatever we are following. And ultimately, what screen normally we used to get is this one. And there is only the color is white. That was the black. But here the same command, like if you want to use top, same thing. See, everything is you are getting same. No difference. Whatever command we will learn, whether I type it here or will type somewhere else, that means somewhere else I'm referring to the cloud server. Okay. So in this, in the meanwhile, I think we all have received the IP. Okay, so let me change the IP. You all got the, if you check your message, you can configure your IP. So I'm just doing whatever 12 session was there. See what I did. I'm changing IP. I have just yesterday, whichever session I used, I click on that, click on load, and under that, I'm going to change the IP address. Okay, so IP address is what for me, it's a 35.227.46 and just save. And after that, if I'll open, it should work because the key PPK file I have already configured. There is no change on PPK file, only IP address got changed. This is the normal warning we used to get to start with. So Oracle, and password is also Oracle. And here we got connected. Now, one basic thing, hope you all are facing at least little issue while looking into the font. It's very, very tiny, very small, right? Yes or no? Font is very, very small. How to increase the font size from putty? Question is clear to all of you? Abhishek, Uma,
Yes, sir.
Dipsan. Okay. Now, it's very easy. You have to go to just right click on the bar in the top, and you'll be seeing, see, change setting. See, change setting will be there. Click on that. Under that, you all are having, under this Windows, under Windows, you will be just having some these things. That means appearance. Under appearance, see, it's a font hues in the terminal window. Okay, font courier new, what 10 points. So I'm just changing it. And here, whichever font you want, you can choose it with size. So I'm just increasing little bit more big size. So it will be easy for you guys to at least have a look on it. And I did OK. Now, if you want to keep this thing permanently, you can go to this session and you have to save it. Otherwise, it is going to be next time the effect will not be there. See, but it seems too big. Just I'm showing you how to change the size. So it seems too big. I'm going to just reduce a little bit, okay? Because that's not. So let me give instead of let me give 24. So this is okay. At least we all are able to see it now. Earlier it was very tiny. Now it's a standard. Now the very first command we have already learned, top top. Top command will show us what is the percentage of use of your CPU and memory. We all know CPU. What is CPU? We all know what is memory. Memory here I'm referring to RAM. And whenever, as I mentioned in last session, that whenever somebody is requesting us, okay, can you please look into the load of the server? Simply we are coming log into this and giving this top command. And by giving top command, we will be seeing two things. It's the percent CPU and memory. There's two things. Percent CPU, if it is right now, see, it's a almost 99% idle or 100% idle, almost doing nothing. If it is idle, is maybe 10% or 5%, it's matter of concern. Now here comes experience. Sir, how we will able to find out which percentage of use is normal and which percentage use when we are seeing the panic button we have to press or put on the panic button. So it's a industry standard that if the utilization is almost 80% or less than 80, to be more specific, if it is less than 80% utilization, you are good. You are okay. The moment it will come to 80% or more, the yellow button or the warning button on. If it is more than 95%, it's a red button on. Sir, what is yellow button? What is red button? Yellow button means it's a warning. It's saying that whatever normal 80% or little more, it's a yellow means it's a warning. You have to check the system. Why it is 80% or above 80% and up. So you have to check in detail. What detail and all those that we will come later on, because here our main aim is to have the basic understanding. If we are clear with the basic, detail will also come. Because here in last 1-2 minutes, you guys have listened or learned one of the very vital thing for any IT professionals. Because this thing, that means the load or this thing, this is the ABC, basic for all of us. So 80% is the standard, industry-wide, worldwide I'm talking about. Sir, it can it be 85%? Exceptional, it may happen, depending on organization. But 80% is the standard throughout the world. That means if 80 or little up, warning is coming. But sir, you said thousands of servers are there. We cannot watch thousands of server by just opening the prompt. It's not possible. It's not feasible in that sense. So there are n number of softwares are there being used in the industry. Okay, that software's works is that only, that if the 80% threshold reaches, it will start throwing you email messages that your server CPU utilization is more than 80%. Please look. There are different team called tech support team. They used to monitor this thing in big giant screen, and that software will give you warning, give them warning. So if the message or email came to you, you fail to take proper action, those team will call you. Sir, how they will understand to whom to call? All the processes predefined. They know if this is a server, who is the contact person or which team I need to reach. So 80% or more, you will get warning. The moment if utilization comes to 95% or above, red button means what? Immediately we all have to, we all means whoever or whichever application is running into this server. If it may be database, it may be application, it may be some web services, all team will get a call and they supposed to join as soon as possible. Why? If we will not take care of that CPU utilization, your server may crash. And if server may crash, can you think of what will happen? What the impact will be there in the organization? Suppose any banking system, and their server is 95%. If you will not resolve the issue, it will be crash. Can you think all over India or maybe world, the operation will be stopped? Can you think of the impact? Right now, we may not be in position to understand the situation. It's very critical. Entire operation will stop, and entire operation stop means revenue loss, brand value, whatever they have, that loss. It's a loss and loss. Such a critical part, all these, and companies are spending millions of dollars monthly on these processes to maintain this thing. So what we understand, that if CPU utilization is some threshold is 80% warning, 95% critical. Critical, you have to solve it 10 now. 80% you have some buffer time. Same thing for memory also. Same thing. Such an important part. And that is the reason I ask what he will do if somebody will ask you, suppose you got the warning, what you will do? You log into this and check, is it really 80%? How you will check? Because the message, the call you got through a tool. Most of the time, what happens? Something due to some other reason, for maybe few minutes, the utilization, CPU utilization went to 85 or maybe 95%. So immediately you'll be getting call, you have to join. And the meanwhile, after 5 minutes or maybe after 10 minutes, if you are logged into the server, you will be seeing, okay, everything is normal, below 80%. It might happen also due to some or the other process was running for maybe few minutes. But our main role right now, what we are trying to understand, the threshold, how the internal stuff works. You might be thinking, sir, what we should do and all. This is not right time, because we will be just discussing as a fresher what scenario we are going to get. And slowly you will be just going into the later phase, maybe 2 years, maybe 5 years, what you will do and all those. So that time it will come in detail. Okay, if you are working as a 5 years experience, okay, you have to take care of this thing. I'm not going to discuss that part. So long story short, last 15-minute, 20-minute discussions, the summary or the gist is at least we should understand two things. Threshold, what is threshold? Why it is so important? The two threshold we have learned, 80%, that's warning, 95% is critical. It's applicable to maybe developer, maybe database administrator, maybe middleware engineering, anywhere this is common. Okay, any questions so far? Anyone? Abhishek, Uma, Diptanu?
Sir, I understand, but a little bit, sir.
Yeah, little bit only. Only two things we are supposed to understand. What is 80% you understand? What is 95% that understand? It's nothing here in the technical part. It's a process we are discussing.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so 80% or 90%, it will be there. CPU utilization, it will be showing you 99% idle. Means what? Nothing is, no load is there. But if it is showing you 18% idle, means what? 81% utilization is there. Then it's a problem. Okay, so what your responsibility, your boss will call you saying that, okay, can you please check the load of the server? You will be just looking into this parameter, CPU utilization. You'll be saying, sir, server CPU utilization is 100% idle. That's it. That you have to report. Memory, total memory is this much. Total memory is here this much, and free is this much. That's it. Rest boss will understand whether it is good or bad. But for that, at least we need to know how to find out this one. And to find out this one, we have to log in and type top command. That's it. Okay, so Control C, we have to get out of it. Okay, now, sir, can you please give us some idea about this thing? What exactly? So this one is the first part, what we have discussed. Okay, 100% idle or 99% idle is as a whole load on the CPU. But out of this, suppose 99.9 means maybe 0.1% use is there. Who is using that? So here it is telling us that root user is using 0.3% CPU and 0.1% memory. This is the healthiest situation we can think of. In real life, it is not going to be that normal. Utilization, CPU utilization, maybe here you are going to get 10%, 15%, something like that, if load will be there in the server. Okay, so you will come to know, okay, this root user is using this many percentage of CPU. Okay, so ultimately, what will be your role? Maybe one fresher or 1 year of experience, guys. Email will come or boss will ask, okay, can you please send me the status of server load? You go, type top command. You got at least some idea here, and you will be just copying this thing and paste into the email and send it to your boss, immediate boss, or whoever is requesting. That's it. And slowly we will able to understand which one is all, why this, that we will understand. But for maybe 0 to 1.5 years or 1 year of experience, this much you have to do. Okay, now question is, if somebody will ask, what is the use of top command? Are we in position to give at least one line answer? Yes or no? Tell me. My takeaway or my expectation from you guys, at least if somebody will ask us, What is the use of top command? You or we should be able to give answer at least one line. So are you in position to give answer in one line?
Yes.
All three
Top
of you?
command.
So it shows CPU utilization.
Yes, it's a load on the server, CPU and memory both, right?
Yes.
Yes. So with the help of top command, we will able to check the load on the server. That's it. What load? CPU and memory. That's it. If you got this statement, understand or you can visualize, that's it. You are done. You got out of 100 or out of 10, you got 8.5. But these small thing also, none of us able to explain. It's not that tough, right? Because nobody have taught us. But here, at least we got some idea. Coming back to the point, that will give us confidence. Okay, can I go next? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now, next question. Sir, how we will able to find out which server is this? Is it Oracle server or it's means Oracle? It's whether it's a Linux operating system or it's a HP UX or Sun OS. All these three is Unix flavor operating system. Okay, just for FYI, because we are just treating as a just fresher. Okay, so the command is again very uname minus a. And this is showing what it's a Linux. If it is Sun OS, it will be showing you Sun OS. If it is HP UX, it will be showing you same command, no difference. Okay. I remember while working for 2 years in the industry, one of my senior asked, "Okay, can you please check which server you are into?" I was literally sweating. I was not aware with this, and I got big lecture on this. You are working for 2 years, you don't know how to check the server, which server you are working on. What are you doing for last 2 years? Okay, so question will be how to check the operating system detail, which operating system you are working on. Okay, so clear? It's a Linux. Then this SHA, this is the name of the thing, and the entire internal version is there. This GNU Linux, etc. It's the internal version, but ultimately our main aim is to understand which operating system you are into. So this is operating system. Now, in Windows, if somebody will ask us, can you please check which all are the process running into this Windows operating system? How we will able to check? In Windows, I'm talking about, okay? Can anyone help me to understand? Because question is important.
Can you repeat, sir, question again?
Yeah, question is how we will able to find out in Windows that how many, which all are the process or the program running in your Windows machine, Windows laptop, Windows server, Windows operating system.
So task manager will give this.
Very good. So I can share my screen here. Right click, task manager, right? And the moment you will just click on that, you'll be getting everything. Same thing. See, CPU utilization, which program is doing what, same thing what we have done there, same thing you will be getting. See, CPU utilization is this particular total is 31%. This memory is 82%. Disk is 1%. So network is 2. So see, this thing is displayed. And out of this total 31% or 29%, which we was just going through in Linux operating system, that 99% idle, right? But out of that, see, out of 28%, Joom is consuming 22, 23% of CPU, right? So this way, we will able to catch which server process or which particular process is taking much more CPU, much more memory. Yes or no? Here
Yes,
we
sir.
are able to see which processes, because we are very much familiar with, okay, Chrome, I know what is Chrome. Joom, okay, I know what is Joom, right? Microsoft Edge, I know what is virtual. So these all are the processes or program consuming these CPU, these memory, right? So the same thing we are getting, same thing what we have discussed top. Entire detail was there in the CPU, and memory is there total, and part of these all are each and every program under root user. These are the process, okay, and what is the consumption, it is there, for how long it is consuming. Same thing what we got it from right click task manager, same thing we are getting from top command. So if somebody will ask us to check the load in Windows, what we used to do this way. Same thing if somebody will ask us in any operating system related to Unix flavor, how to check, go top command and it is showing us. So hope you all are able to relate what we all are talking about top. So this is other way of just comparing and with Windows, so we can get at least some clear picture on this. Now, next is, suppose we are working, but I want to just clean this up. Whatever is there in front of you, you want to clean it up. You don't want to display, you want your cursor to be on top left side. There's a command called CLEAR. Clear. What next? We all have, do you guys have any idea about DOS command? Any one of you? DOS command?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Same way, if you are familiar with DOS command, or somebody will ask us, okay, can you please create one folder? So there are different ways are there in Windows, right? You can go right click on that specific folder or desktop, where in which location you want to create folder, you can right click on new, give name, that's it, right? Done. If somebody will ask us to create one folder on Linux or HPUX or Sun OS, because here in Sun OS and all those, you are not going to get GUI. Graphical user interface will not be available to you in real life project. Again, I'm repeating, in real life project, you will not able to get GUI interface, because it's not there for SunOS or HPUX or AIX. It's a CUI only. So only you have to create folder by typing command. So next 15-20 minutes, we will be focusing on the bare minimum basic command which we should know as a fresher. Fresher, whenever I'm talking about fresher, means you joined one company, you are working, you should know it. Or when we are going to give interview, these are the very bare minimum thing everybody is expecting. If we are not in position to tell, it's very negative marking, you can say. Okay, and it's very easy. It's not very tough. Now, the question is, long story short, how to create directory. Same thing, how to create folder. Same answer will be same. Directory, folder, everything is same. Both are same exactly. Now there is a command called mkdir. We all know, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm creating one directory known as sha. It's already there. I am creating sha test, suppose. Okay. Now, how to check whether this sha test got created or not? In Windows, simply we can click on some browser on that specific, you will able to see it. But by sitting here, I want to confirm whether this got created or not. So there is a command known as ll, long list. ll. It will show us all the folder and files available in this directory. This directory means where I'm sitting right now. So are you getting anywhere SHA test? Anyone? Can you see it? So you will able to see here, right? See, SHA test I created, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, question here is, this is very first time we are seeing this detail this way. Okay, most of us. So, how to understand these all are directory or some files? Because in Windows, in a directory, we may have a number of directory and files also, right? So by looking at the yellow, if it is yellow box type of thing, it's a folder. If it is having some extension or name, it's a file. It's very easy for us to understand there. But how to understand here in this environment, this type of situation right now in front of us? So if you'll see here, each and every, see the name, these are the name actually. It may be file or folder, all these. But how to confirm it's a directory, means folder or file? Go in the very first character of that line. If it is blank, the first, this is see blank hyphen, it means it's file. But if the first character is D, see D means it's a directory. Now on the base of that, you can able to find out which one is file, which one is directory. You can say here, sir, but we can see it here, whichever is directory, it is a blue line or blue set. The name is blue. See, all are blue. All directory, it's a blue. See, but right now we are into this Linux one, but it is not always going to be blue for all Unix flavor operating system. Sun OS or HP UX or AIX, it's not there. Okay, so the thumb rule, how to find out which one is directory, which one is file? By looking into first character. If it is D, it's directory. If it is blank, like this, it's a file. Simple. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Now, I want to create another directory inside SHA test. So I have to go to SHA test. How to go? As I mentioned, there is no GUI here, CUI. So you have to type it. CD. We all have idea. If you guys have idea about DOS, the same thing we are using here. And if you see inside it, what is there? LL means long list. Okay. Long list. C. Total what? 0. Means nothing is there inside. Sir, I want to create 3 directory at one go. How to create? One directory we know. Simply mkdir space file, whatever directory name, it will be created. But at one go, 3 or 4, because in the project, the real life project, these things will be the common for you. At one go, 10, 15, 20 directory you have to create. So there are n number of ways, but the basic 99% we all are using is mkdir, give name of the directory, u1 space, u2 space, u3 space, u4, whatever number of directory, whichever name you want to give, followed by space. That's it, nothing else. LL. See, at one go we created 4 directory. No sir, that's okay, but I want to create one file. Just like in Windows, right click, then new .txt or Word or whatever, you have to just click on that. It will open, save it, write something, save it, done. Same thing if you want to do in Linux, what to do. So for that, there are 2 ways. Okay. The specific question will be, this is the interview question normally being asked for almost in the beginner level, almost we are asking this question. So how to create blank file in Linux or any HPUX or SunOS. So there's a command called touch, TOU, touch, and give file name. Touch file name. What is the file name? Any name you can give. I'm giving one. So you want to give any extension? You can give any extension, .txt or .abc, whatever extension you feel like, you can give. Hit enter. Same LL. See. So can you make a difference between which one is folder, which one is file?
So file is U1, U2, U3, and U4.
This one. See, is blank is there, right?
Yes, sir.
Rest are all this
Directory.
directory.
Folder.
So simple, yeah. Now, same way, at one go, can we create n number of a blank file? Just try it. One, 2.txt, 3.txt. See. So what we have learned in the last 10 minutes, how to create file, blank file, nothing is there inside. Sir, how to find out nothing is there inside this file? We need to learn how to read it, right? Then only we will able to confirm nothing is there or something is written into the files. So the very first example, it's blank is, see, n number of things are there. We need to understand each and every part. So far we have understand only name and the first position, D or blank. The rest all we have to understand which one is what. It's very basic, very vital. And always remember what I yesterday what I made statement saying that 50% of the stuff we are going to learn, which is being used by any professional having 0 years experience to 20 or 30 years of experience. 50% is too much, and that 50% we are trying to understand in maybe few hours. So here we will be understanding each and every part. What is RW-R, blank, blank, all everything we will understand. Nothing to be worried. Okay. Okay. Now the question is, these are the file. How to understand what is written? Is there anything written inside the file? Yes or no? Whatever you are getting, this one 000. So this 0 means this file have nothing. It's a 0 byte. It's a 0 byte. So one way to identify whether this file have any single character written into this within this or not, by looking into this where I have selected. So all are blank. What is the other way? Just like in Windows, how to find out whether something is written inside or not? We have to read it. How to read it? Just go into that file, double click, it will open. If it is blank, blank. If it is written, we can see the character. But what about here? There is no option to click. So we are going to learn right now one of the very important, very basic command for Linux is cat, C-A-T. Cat followed by which file you want to read. Which file you want to read. So you want to read 1.txt. Hit enter. Nothing came, means it's blank. But sir, can you show us something by writing and then show us how to? Yes, I can see. I can show you, but how to write right now, it will not go directly. So I'll teach you next session. I'm just putting it. So now I have written something. Okay. Now I'm giving LL. So 1. Can you see the change?
Yes,
So
sir.
that is proving this is not blank. Something is written. And these two files are blank. Blank file. Now, can we see what is written inside? Yes. See? So again, as a maybe first year, second year, final year, or after that we are going to join any company or just join. These are the bare minimum stuff we have to know. Okay, sir, we got how to create a blank file. We know how to read the content of that file. If at one go, we want to read all 3 files, how to read it? Same way. Cat, give all the file name. All 3 file content will be displayed. Though we have only one file have something, it's so that rest are all blank. That's what it didn't show anything. Sir, can you please write something into all 3 file? Let me write. I'll teach you how to or I'm giving here second file. Second file. And same thing for third file. Now I'm cat 1.txt, 2.txt, 3.txt. Hit enter. See? Hello, how are you? Second file, third file. Okay, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Now, next, I want to display the files based on the creation date and time. That means the latest file, recently modified file will be there on the bottom. Oldest modified or created file will be there, file or folder where will be in top, or vice versa. This is one of the very basic command, or the only command being used on the daily basis, maybe hundreds of times by individual. That's what you guys noticed or not. Whenever I was typing, I was giving ls minus lt like this. This command I was giving ls minus ltr. It is there by default in the brain. What is this? ls means list, l means long list, t means time, r means reverse. Reverse means this is the oldest one. Okay, and this is the latest one with what we have created. See the time. Latest modified or created file is C. This server time, this server is not in India, so this is not IST time. So it's a UC, different time zone is there in the world. So the server where it is available, the time is 146. That is 1346. So see, but now what I'm doing, I'm going to modify something into this. And you will see this file will come in the bottom. So what we want, whichever is the latest modified file, it should come in the bottom. That is the purpose. Why? This is being used in the industry to fulfill our day-to-day activity. We want in different scenarios, whichever is latest updated file, I want to read it. And see the difference here. Latest modified is 1, right? 1.txt. Just I made some changes. That's what it is coming in the down. So LT means list time wise. R means reverse time wise. But if I'll give only LT, means latest modified file will be there in the top. See? So LT means normal, R means reverse, just reverse. If I'll give R, this thing will come in the down, this will come on the top in this way. So this is one of the command all professionals are using on the daily basis, whether you are fresher or you are having 20, 30, 40 years of experience if you're a technical person. What else? I want to delete file or folder. How to do it? So there is a, if you want to delete folder, there is a command called rmdir, remove directory, which you want. You have to always remember, if something there within that folder, you will not able to delete in this way. Then sir, how we will able to delete that? I'll show you how to do it. But if it is blank, then only you will able to delete it. It's gone. If you see here, see, U1 is gone. 2, 3, 4 is there. Sir, I want to delete all folder at one go. Same thing, rmdir space U2 space U3, followed by whatever number. No, sir, I want to clean up each and every folder and file at one go. How to delete? Again, I'm repeating question. At one go, you need to clean up file and folder. Even within folder, subfolders are there. Everything you want to clean up at one go. This is very powerful command, and we normally never recommended to anyone to use this one. It's very dangerous. It will destroy everything. So be careful. For the sake of learning, we are learning, but in practical real life scenario, it's a deadly command. Even I remember the way we have taught or we have encountered in the system or the process. Before writing this command, minimum 3 times I used to think, am I using this on right directory, right location, right server? 3 times. Because if it's done means gone, the file will never come back. The command is rm minus fr. Star means everything. Before putting this command, you have to think 3 to 4 times, because it is destroying everything in the current directory. If any very vital file or vital softwares are available, installed, everything will vanish within a fraction of second. It won't take time. Just like in Windows, if some big file are there, it will keep recycled. No. See, everything is gone. Okay. Now, if somebody will ask us, okay, can you please tell me in which directory, which location you are sitting here? Which location right now you are, your control, your cursor is there in which location? Just like we used to say, na, C drive, under C drive, we are having X folder, within X, Y folder. Like same thing, same question here in Windows, Linux. How to find out in which directory, which exact location your cursor or right now you are sitting. To know the command, pwd, present working directory. Present working directory, /home /oracle /sha. And the last question or last thing for today, how to find out how many number of directories are there in Windows, this Linux. Just like in Windows, we used to have na, C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive, or maybe only C drive, or maybe C or D drive. How to find out which all are the direct means the drives available in this very important command. Whatever we are discussing, very small but very powerful for the professionals, and that is df. It is showing the list, right? This is the heading. So all these lines you can treat as a one directory or drive, just like C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive. So this drive known as /dev shm /run these all are, you can treat as a drive or you can treat as a directory. Directory is not the proper word, it's a drive, just like C drive, D drive. It's a 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Right now you can say here 8 directories are there in this particular operating system right now. Where and what is the name? It's not like CD E drive. No, here we used to say /dev whatever is written. This is a, you can treat as a drive. Technically, in Linux we are saying mount point. So mount point in Linux is equal to drive in Windows. Simple. As a layman, we can understand in this way. Instead of C, D, E, F, G, here we are having / some name. Sir, it is going to be always dev. No. Maybe in different server you are going to get a different name. Different organization Yes, totally different name, but it will be in this location, mounted on. You can treat as a drive. Very basic, very important. Okay, so you can relate drive in Windows to mount point in any, not only this. Right now we are in Linux, in any Unix flavor operating system, SunOS, HPUX, AIX, everywhere same. Okay, so that's it pretty much for today. Whatever the very basic thing we have learned, mainly only 3-4 things we have learned in last 1.5 hours. Okay, so if you want to avoid confusion, whatever 4-5 command or things we have learned, you have to just do practice. You have the access. The next 1 hour, you can do the practice. Any question? Anyone?
So last command df dash h. What's
Yes.
the work, sir? I not understand.
You know drive. What is C drive? You know.
Yes, sir.
So if somebody will ask what are the different drive in Linux or HPUX, how you will answer, how you will show, or how you will see by your own. You will see by
Means
own by giving df minus or df hyphen h command. That's it.
okay.
And what is the name? Just like cdefd drive is there in Windows, here there is no cdef /dev/dev shs. Those name was there. That is drive.
Okay.
Clear?
Okay.